Good evening and welcome to Team Talk. I'm Harry Pete. Here's tonight's lineup. A look at the weekend's football action. Kent hockey sides book their place in a Wembley final. And we recap an eventful week at the Gills. But first tonight, with no Kent sides involved in any FA Cup action over the weekend, attention was firmly set on the league. Here's Keelan Webster with a look at how they all got on.
Dartford hosted East Thurrock in the National League South, hoping to boost their playoff hopes. And it took just 2 minutes for the touch paper to be lit as Tom Bonner headed home this corner. The Darts were intent on a fast start, and on 14 minutes the ball dropped invitingly to Alex Brown. Too good for the keeper, 2-0 to Dartford. Tom Murphy scored on his debut to make it 3 soon after, before East Thurrock pulled one back. Talisman Dwana Forieki Ampong had been surprisingly quiet during the frantic opening period, but on 36 minutes he burst down the line to set up Andy Pugh for the fourth. The home side continued their dominance in the second half, Ryan Hayes making it 5-1 as he held off the defender, then cut back inside before sitting the keeper down with a tidy finish. Skipper Elliot Bradbrook added more gloss to the victory with a penalty in the last minute as Dartford moved fifth. Elsewhere, Margate went bottom with a 3-0 home defeat to Bishop Stortford. Ebbsfleet made it 4 wins and 5 though, with a 4-2 win at Wellston to go second. In the Ryman Premier Division, playoff chasing Tunbridge Angels hosted relegation-threatened Met Police at the Longmead Stadium. Angels found it tough going though, and the Police took the lead when Lloyd Macklin pounced upon a loose ball to sweep home. The hosts got themselves level after the restart. Jack Parter delivered a teasing cross into the box, and Alex Akrofi beat Billy Bishop to the ball to nod into the net. Tunbridge took the lead not long after. This time Akrofi crossed from wide, Nathan Elder held the ball up, and Luke Bluden smashed past Bishop. As for why the keeper was in no man's land again, well, the Police are still looking into it. Angels held on to go 7th, whilst in the other Ryman Premier League game involving a Kent side, Folkestone went down 2-1 at Needham. There was goals galore in the Ryman League Division 1 South, not least at Faversham, where the hosts took a 14th minute lead against Godalming Town, Jordan Casey bobbling the ball home. Despite being bottom of the table, the visitors shocked the home side with 2 goals before the interval. Matt Bunyan scrambled home a scruffy first, before his neat finish gave them a half-time lead. Faversham poured forward throughout the second half as they searched for an equaliser and had to wait until the 88th minute to find one. O'Neill Garnes had proved unbeatable up to that point in the Godalming goal, and he made another great save to deny Josh Stanford. Bola Dawudu reacted quickest, however, to level the game. And it didn't end there. In the 5th minute of stoppage time, Dawudu's looped header snatched all 3 points and sparked wild celebrations. Elsewhere, Sittingbourne scored 2 stoppage time goals to get a point at Carshalton. Chatham blew a 2-goal lead in an 8-goal thriller with Chipstead. Herne Bay picked up the result of the weekend at league leaders Dorking Wanderers. Ramsgate defeated East Grinstead Town, and playoff chasing Hythe suffered disappointment at Whiteleaf. Finally, in the National League, Dover were left disappointed after twice letting a lead slip against bottom side York, whilst Maidstone lost away at relegation rivals Guiseley.
This weekend saw the final group stage rounds of the Super 6 indoor hockey tournament. Canterbury, Holcombe and Sevenoaks all entered men's and women's teams into the competition against 7 other sides. Holcombe were the sole Kent casualty in the tournament as they crashed out on the final day. Sevenoaks men and Canterbury's women both successfully progressed into the semi-final of the competition, which we played at the Wembley Arena on the 29th of January. Over on the ice, Invicta Dynamos closed the gap on the top table Chelmsford Chieftains after picking up 3 points in a double header against the league leaders. Saturday's game saw the Dynamos trail 6-4 with just 13 minutes to go. However, they produced a stunning period of play to force 4 without reply and run out 8-6 winners. And the Kent side also left it late to snatch a draw on Sunday. Captain Callum Fowler scored an equaliser with 4 minutes left to play to secure a 3-3 draw for the Dynamos. Kent Cricket Club have announced former player Matt Walker as their new head coach, with South African cricketing legend Alan Donald as his assistant. Walker scored more than 15,000 runs in his 16 years with the Spitfires as a player, including top scoring in Kent's 2007-2020 Cup triumph. Walker has stepped up from being assistant to Jimmy Adams, who left Kent last summer. Alan Donald's most recent role has seen him mentor Australia's fast bowlers. The former seamer played in 72 Test matches for his country and was the first South African bowler to take 300 Test wickets. Now, it's been a busy start to 2017 for the Gills. Defeat to Oxford, the sacking of Justin Edinburgh and the appointment of a club legend. Here's a recap of what's been a hectic 7 days.
First match of 2017 against Oxford was a chance for the Gills to start fresh and put last year's misery behind them. But a 1-0 defeat left the Gills in 17th. This time last year they were second. And speaking after the Oxford game, Edinburgh insisted that his side was still overachieving.
My ambitions and my beliefs are that we want to win every game, but realistically, should we? No, not a chance. Are we overachieving again this season? Yes. Are we in a position where we should be? We're probably above it.
All smiles at the start, anything but by the end. Chairman Paul Scally had had enough.
I don't think we're overachieving at all. I think we're underachieving. I think I'm disappointed with some of the comments I've heard from Justin because it's our most expensive squad we've ever had.
So out went Edinburgh, along with assistant manager David Kerslake and coach Wayne Hatswell. In came former Gills defender Adi Pennock, Jamie Day from Welling, and another former Gills man in Steve Lovell, all with big ambitions.
We're only 10 points off the playoffs, and who to say we can't get in those playoffs, but obviously that comes through results, and that's what we need to do straight away.
They spoke of freshening up the squad with new signings and letting some players go. Frank Nouble is rumoured to be leaving as his contract runs out this season. J. Emmanuel Thomas and Deji Oshalaja could also be cut and sent back to parent clubs Queen's Park Rangers and Cardiff City. Edinburgh called out his players for a poor performance against Oxford. Those underperforming players will be lucky to get away with it again under the watchful eye of new man Pennock.
Pennock will have to wait an extra week after their midweek game with Wimbledon has been postponed after they drew with Sutton in the FA Cup. However, he will be in action against Oldham away this weekend. That's all from us this evening. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat using the handle KM_Team Talk. We'll be back next Monday with all the latest sports stories from across Kent. Have a good week. Goodbye.